Okay, this is section 2.5 about the periodic table. The periodic table is a tabular arrangement of elements in rows and columns, highlighting a regular repetition of properties of elements, first proposed by both Mendeleev and Meyer in 1869. Okay, here's a video that shows the history of that. Okay, so that gives you some history. As it said in the video, a row on the periodic table, which is shown here in purple, is a period, and a group, which is shown here in green, is a column. The columns give you similar chemical and physical properties of those elements. So for the U.S. periodic table, the main group are group A's, the transition elements are group B's, the inner transitions are the lanthanides and actinides. Those are the two rows at the bottom of the periodic table that aren't really part of it. Alkali metals are group 1A, alkaline metals are group 2A, halogens are group 7A, and noble gases are group 8A. You have three classifications of matter on the periodic table. Metals, which is characteristic of something that has a luster or a shine, is a good conductor of both heat and electricity. So here I have copper, aluminum, and silver, and I really can't read the rest of those. Okay. You have a nonmetal, which is defined as an element that does not exhibit the characteristics of a metal, which means that it is kind of dull, it doesn't have a shine, it's a bad conductor of both heat and electricity. Examples of that would be carbon, phosphorus, and sulfur. And then you have the metalloids, which is straddling the group between metals and nonmetals. They have some properties of metals, other properties of nonmetals. They're semiconductors, which simply means that there are conditions in which they will conduct electricity, but there are other conditions in which they will not. Examples of those are boron, silicon, germanium, arsenic, antimonium, and tellurium. So if you look at a periodic table, why is it not going up? Okay, no, this periodic table doesn't do it, never mind. Okay. So if you look at it, when you look at the periodic table, you have metals on the left, nonmetals on the right, and the metalloids are the metals that are straddling between those two. Alright, number 58 in the textbook says refer to the periodic table and obtain the group and period for each of the following elements and decide if they're metal, nonmetal, or metalloid. The first one is vanadium, and it is group 5B, which would be group 7 on the new periodic table trend. And it's in period in 4, and it's a metal. B is rubidium. It's in group 1A, which is group 1, the new one. Period is 5, and it is also a metal. I skip C and go to D. D is iodine. It's in group 7A, or 17 with the new system. It's in period 5, and it is a nonmetal. Going to 60, it says refer to the periodic table and answer the following group. What group 5A element is a metal? And it is bismuth. What group 2A element in period 2? And that is beryllium.